G'day everyone. I think it's about time we actually started addressing the elephant in the room, and that's the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory, Michael Gunner, and his, well, I don't know how you can describe it, but I would call it something similar to an unhinged, raving madman with his recent comments about whether you support or don't support vaccine mandates. And, he's gone on this sort of extended tirade, which is actually stunning the world with his comments. And it is concerning. And I think we need to have a closer look at this. I mean, you wouldn't have expected this sort of comment 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. So we have to sort of start paying attention to what's going on and what's motivating the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory, and why has he just suddenly gone into such a dictatorial rant, because that's what it is. Now I'm going to show you two examples of leaders, international leaders. One is I think it's the President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. Now he's taken a completely opposite approach to the Chief Minister, Michael Gunner. He has, you'll see the video. His response is what you'd expect a democracy in a Western world to respond to, which is completely contrary and contrasting to that of Michael Gunner. So I want you to take a quick look at this and then ask yourself some questions. What's motivating Michael Gunner? Is it money? Is it power? Because right now, if you listen to Michael Gunner and his comments, you could not develop or devise a better way to divide people up than the path he has taken. And we've got some really good history lessons in that. You don't have to go too far back in history to look for leaders and the consequences of their actions in trying to divide people. And I'll take you to people like Stalin. He divided millions and millions of Russians. And that divisive nature went on to kill, I think, close to 20 million Russians as he pitted one group against another. Then we go to, obviously, the Nazi Party under Adolf Hitler. Again, he divided Jews, Poles, Gypsies, whomever he didn't like or support. He divided those people, and we know the consequences of that. Mussolini did the same thing, same sort of consequences. More recent times, we had, even before that, we had Chairman Mao, Xi Jinping. You can see what that does. And of course, we had people like Pol Pot in Cambodia. So, there's one thing about all these people. They have a total dictatorial way of doing things. It's their policies are purely based on dividing people, not uniting people. So, look, guys, have a look at these two leaders. All right, guys, we'll have a listen to the South African President, Cyril Ramaphosa. He's coming from a position of being a black South African in South Africa during the periods of apartheid, segregation. That would have been well and truly, he would have lived right through that. So his comments are quite interesting in that he's not going to play any part into that. He's going to be what I call a true leader. He's not going to divide his community up like the Chief Minister of the Northern Territory, Michael Gunner, clearly is doing. He's going to take a much more sympathetic, understanding approach to the fact that people shouldn't be pushed and shoved into different corners and made to do certain things just because it's the way that the government wants to go. Which is clearly the position of Michael Gunner, and he's going to go and use every possible term he can to I guess, slander or misalign anybody who chooses not to take the vaccine for whatever reasons. And there's a whole number of them, which I won't go into right now. So have a listen to Cyril and ask yourself, which leader would you rather be ruled under, him or Chief Minister Michael Gunner, who goes on these absolute tyrannical rants, trying to deliberately divide people up for reasons I can only presume it's, I just don't know. It's either there's something behind it, but it doesn't make sense. It's not what you expect of a Western democracy leader to engage in. All right, guys, talk real soon, and we'll see where we go from here. Cheers.
Nobody will be forced to take this vaccine. I want to repeat, nobody will be forced to take this vaccine. Nobody will be forbidden from traveling to wherever they want to travel to, including from enrolling at school or from taking part in any public activity if they have not been vaccinated. Nobody will be forced to take this vaccine. I want to repeat.
I'll repeat it. If you are anti-mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax. I don't care what your personal vaccination status is. If you support, champion, give a green light, give comfort to, support anybody who argues against the vaccine, you are an anti-vaxxer. Absolutely. Your personal vaccination status is utterly irrelevant. If you campaign against the mandate, if you campaign against people being vaccinated in vulnerable settings, teachers in classrooms, I'll be really clear, at that point in time, people were actually supporting the idea of a teacher being unvaccinated in a remote community classroom with kids who cannot be vaccinated. I reject that. I still reject it. And if you are out there in any way, shape or form campaigning against this mandate, you are absolutely anti-vax. If you say pro-persuasion, stuff it, shove it.